Back, let's check in with our friend Mike Eppel on this Monday morning. Mike, how are you? How was your weekend?
Good, thank you. Very exciting weekend, actually.
Oh, share, please.
Well, we went to the family farm as we are typically do, but went for a little drive over to Turkey Point
Love it.
on the shores of Lake Erie, and en route there or actually on the way back, I guess it was, stopped off and want to say good morning to the folks at the Burning Kiln Winery. Candy works there and is an avid viewer of breakfast television. So hello to the folks there at Burning Kiln, one of our favorites. And the Lake Erie shore, Melanie, has so many great wineries.
Absolutely.
Just a treasure trove of just grape growing region down there. But so had a very nice week.
Nice.
Had a very nice weekend. It seemed like normal.
That's it. And we're going to talk about that in just a bit. Let's talk about if it was normal or not normal on the markets. What say you, Mike Eppel?
Well, it's if you like record highs, that's what we've got this morning. And who doesn't like stock prices going up? Right now, we've got the TSX at a record, the S&P 500 at a record, and this week we'll have a decision on U.S. interest rates, and that will be again a signal to the market about how much money is coming in from central banks as they continue to fuel the recovery phase from the pandemic lows. Also, something we're watching, the price for oil this morning at $71.50 a barrel U.S. It is continuing to climb and expected to go further to the upside because of global demand growing, recovering, along with the global economy. And the flip side, Melanie, lumber prices have hit a snag here, down 18% last week in Chicago, biggest ever weekly decline for lumber. Earlier this summer, of course, or this spring, lumber prices hit record highs, but have cooled off dramatically since then, at least on the market phase, not so much on the retail level, but maybe that'll be coming as well, because building a house has certainly gotten a lot more expensive.
A little pricey, that's for sure. Let's talk about the Canada-U.S. border. Everyone wants to know, is it going to reopen? What's it going to look like? But take into consideration now this factor that you're about to share.
Yeah, the Canada Border Service workers are going to be voting on strike action this week. The union has not had a contract for 3 years. And it's just been turned over and turned over. And they're saying, look, they need some wage gains, other factors that they'll be voting on in this strike activity. So that's 9,000 employees that operate the border services. So we're talking about, or at least last week, they were talking about when the Canada-U.S. border could reopen. But if there's a strike call and a work stoppage or something of that nature, then where are we? Could be back to work legislation or something else factored in there, but just another wrinkle, a potential hiccup in the reopening of that border.
When we look at sort of the tale of two worlds, Canada, U.S., and sort of vaccination masking policies, this is interesting. So Apple now saying what?
That in California to start, they're going to allow customers into the stores with no masks if you are double vaccinated. Now, the catch here is that they're actually not going to be requiring proof of double vaccination. So it's basically on your word, the honor system. So it's kind of a scenario where retail is going to have to work through this. Employees will still have to be masked. That is not changing. So from a worker standpoint and a customer standpoint, a lot of vagaries here that are going to need to be worked through, and that's going to be the new kind of normal in the near term as we work through the reopenings of retail. Here, of course, in Ontario, still limited capacity and full mask mandates, but other jurisdictions will be sort of the test case for where this goes.
Okay, very quickly for you, we've got about 30 seconds left. Heading to space, you put in a big bid. It didn't make it through. Who won?
The bid to be on the Blue Origin space flight on July 20th sold at auction for $28 million.
Ooh.
They're going to leave us waiting to find out who the winning bidder was. We want to build up excitement about this flight, which will include Jeff Bezos and his brother Mark Bezos heading to the stratosphere, I guess, on this flight in this summer. And it's kind of interesting from a publicity standpoint. I mean, this thing is just building up in anticipation just because of the billionaires on board, and then now this subsequent auction winner At $28 million. It went, I guess, from a bid of $4 million to $28 million in a 10-minute time frame.
Jeez.
And no word if anybody was bidding on it with Bitcoin.
Oh, yeah, that too. Can you imagine just having that money to throw around? Okay, Mike, as always, appreciate the time. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.